The Elite mock the CM Punk situation on last night's AEW Dynamite. Plus, we had multiple returns on Dynamite, and an AEW champion is stripped of their title. All in the wrestling news right now. Oh, Kenny. Oh, Matt. Oh, Nick. You little
scamps.
Dickheads.
Wow.
So last night we had Death Triangle versus the Elite in part of their best of seven. Now, on a wrestling standpoint, this is great. I'm so happy. What a great story. Here's six guys. They have a great feud. Just chuck them in there together.
No, I agree. Like, it's not. Usually we're like, oh man, this is a match we've seen far too many times between people, but this is one that I'm actually happy to see play out over the span of, I think it ends in January, perhaps. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing where we get to by the end of it.
Wasn't the match and the outcome that we were really talking about, was it though?
No. So during the match, Kenny Omega, well, one, he used CM Punk's go to sleep finishing move, after which he thanked Kenta on Twitter.
He said, thank you, Kenta.
He did indeed. Too sweet me, bro. And he also, to add insult to injury, bit Pac on the arm, referencing former AEW producer Ace Steel reportedly biting Omega during the all-out backstage altercation. And not only that, Matt Jackson deliberately botched a buckshot lariat. And we obviously saw that happen when CM Punk and Hangman Page had their match together as well. So, definitely playing up to it in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely playing up to it in Chicago.
Chicago seemed into it. Kinda.
Yeah.
So a bite on the arm from Omega to Pac.
Yes.
A go to sleep and a botched buckshot lariat. All this silliness in one match from the Elite, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Now, hilariously, earlier in the day, Kenny Omega spoke to Sports Illustrated and said on the CM Punk issue, I encourage people to move away from it because there is no information to be released. Though I cannot talk about it, I do want the fans to know I still want the best for pro wrestling. It isn't Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks against CM Punk. It is people trying to show off their craft. You can boo Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks or CM Punk, but I hope people don't forget we're human beings struggling to show our art. Move away from it, but also
I get.
See what I did there?
It's weird because it does feel childish,
Yes.
and then at the same time, it's professional wrestling. And I mean, people lean into stuff like this when you're in the town and all this has happened, and you're in Chicago, right? Hometown hero, CM Punk. All this stuff has gone down. It feels like a very easy way to garner heat. You know, you're going to get heat in the first place. And I feel like they were just doing what probably a lot of other people would do in pro wrestling, you know? But I mean, that's my take on it. I'm not taking sides either way. I think it was a bit childish, maybe. Yes.
Three things. This has happened for three reasons. One, the CM Punk and all sides have sort of sorted their issues. They're all going their separate ways, and they've agreed to poke a little bit of fun of it. We heard CM Punk saying comments about it on commentary for the shows he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
So there could have been an agreement there. Two, maybe they've reached a return agreement, and this is sort of setting the stall out.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe the Elite are just dickheads. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the poo-housery.
The poo-housery.
Of the Elite.
I'd at this point, if I wouldn't
You wouldn't
mind.
put it past them, would you?
I wouldn't put it past them, but I wouldn't mind if like CM Punk, if this was built into something bigger, if they just went, look, this can make us a lot of money, and it absolutely would make them a lot of money, like this whole thing going down and actually like build into something on television between the two parties. And that's what pro wrestling is about at the end of the day, right? Who can bring in the most money, and what can we put on TV that's gonna just rake in all the income?
No, it's who can have the most lols with their mates on the telly.
Yeah.
That's what wrestling's all about.
I don't know.
Also, last night on Dynamite, we had a whole faction return, didn't we?
We did a whole faction,
A whole
indeed.
faction.
One whole faction. So,
whole faction.
Orange Cassidy defeated Jake Hager to retain the All-Atlantic Championship last night. And after that, QT Marshall and the Factory came out for a promo. We've seen little bits and pieces going on between them. We saw it at the 0 hour. On the 0 Hour pre-show, the two factions had a bit of a fight. But before they could talk, the lights went out and Julia Hart appeared on the stage. And then shortly after that, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black appeared and attacked them all. Everybody's out there. Excalibur being like the House of Black. They're targeting everybody, it seems. Once they laid out the best friends, they just, beat down the factory and a security guard as well.
Security guard got a shoe in as well.
They certainly did. There was, like them coming back is so good. I think they sort of, I think production maybe botched the appearance a little bit, because as the factory were walking down, a red light flashed for a second and you're like, oh, something's happening. And then QT Marshall's mic wouldn't work properly, and then the Tron lights went black before like the rest of the arena went black, and it was like, oh, that's a bit of a shame.
Maybe deliberately sketchy.
Maybe, but at the same time, very happy that they're back. Very, very happy that they're back. I thought they might have made maybe more of a bigger statement, perhaps by maybe going after the two top trios teams. But I mean, they've still got their best of 7 to go. So I'm just happy. Either way, I'm happy that they're back.
Is that yours, by the way? Before we go,
I don't think it is.
This is a cable in the middle of this.
What's that?
What? 50% off everything!
Oh my God!
Cultaholic.com!
Whoa!
Surely not! I am serious.
Are you serious?
Call me Shirley! Cultaholic.com. The sale is now on. Posters that you can put them in front of your windows so your family don't know you're in at Christmas time. Hey, it's Thanksgiving in America.
It is indeed.
It is Thanksgiving. They are having a Christmas dress rehearsal in America. And what better way to say thanks than by going to cultaholicshop.com and buying maybe the special person in your life a Cultaholic Blart sock. Or what's that you've got there, Andrew?
Oh, this is a Hell in a Smell candle that smells like fish, octopus, and of course misery. Oh my God.
Why don't you want
that?
That
actually does smell bad.
I know what you're thinking, because I know you think it as well sometimes.
I always think it.
My little petty faloo.
Yes.
Scrubby. Sometimes you want to buy stuff, but you can't be bothered to put in a discount code.
Of course.
Oh my God, we've got stuff to do.
Yep.
I've got the tears in my eyes won't cry themselves in the shower.
No, of course
I've
they
got
won't.
to crack on. No discount code needed. Cultaholicshop.com. Whack what you want in your basket, and what a lovely surprise. Half the price off when you get there. It's so much cheaper now. Get it now while stocks last. Cultaholic's Black Friday sale at cultaholicshop.com.
He's Clism.
MJF. His first title challenge has been revealed.
Yeah. Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is the boy. So he won the Eliminator tournament. Congratulations to Ricky Starks. All taped up and everything.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good way. It was a good way to get a win. After I think what a lot of us thought, perhaps it might have been Ethan Page with all the firm stuff going down.
It certainly felt like Ethan Page would be the way to go. But no, I'm excited for Ricky Starks.
Me too.
Strap the rocket to that boy. He is money.
He is indeed.
He will be facing MJF December the 14th at Winter is Coming.
Winter's coming.
AEW Dynamite special. And is this his first shot at the AEW World title? Do correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it on the fly, and I feel like
maybe.
I know this, but I know there was quite a few sort of random AEW World title matches during the pandemic, and I don't know whether Ricky Starks ever got a crack at it.
Perhaps. I mean, he's a big baby face. He's probably the hottest he's been in AEW right now, and this is a perfect opportunity for him.
Very excited for Ricky Starks. When Desert Island Grap started, there was a few choice people who took a chance on such a silly concept of a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks was one of them.
Oh.
This is back when he was in the National Wrestling Alliance. So if you want like an old school interview with Ricky Starks,
That's cool.
you can find him on the Cultaholic podcast feed. He did Desert Island Graps a couple of years ago. Lovely guy. All the best to him. And speaking of titles, obviously Ricky Starks challenging for the top men's title. What's the story with the top women's title, Andrew?
So Renee Paquette announced last night that owing to injury sustained to Thunder Rosa and the uncertainty of her return date, AEW had come to an agreement with Rosa and her title is fortified. And Jamie Hayter Hayter is now officially forfeited. Sorry, I don't know why is it fortified.
Fortified.
They put
Like,
they're
making it
defenses,
stronger.
right? Yes, you cannot get this belt.
I mean, by putting it on Jamie Hayter, you are
Forfeited.
fortifying the title.
I guess you are, because who's going to take it off her? Yeah, sorry, everybody. It's forfeited. And Jamie Hayter is the official AEW Women's World Champion now. And then Excalibur also announced that due to this late development, Toni Storm's AEW World Title reign will be considered as an actual Women's World Title reign rather than an interim one. So that's really, really good news.
I was worried that Toni Storm might just get lost in the shuffle there.
Yes, me too.
But I'm glad that's happened. And you know what? Great pop for that as well.
Yes.
I know Thunder Rosa will be gutted, but when it was announced that the title's being stripped from her and Jamie Hayter was becoming the lineal AEW Women's Champion, a lot of love from the crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of love from the crowd. They continue to sort of slow burn the Britt Baker Jamie Hayter thing as well.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter was about to talk about becoming the Women's Champion and Britt Baker took the mic away.
She did.
But bigged her up.
But bigged her up at the same time. I don't mind this slow burn though.
Yeah.
I would have minded it a little bit more if Britt had cost Jamie the title again, and then we'd have gone on a little bit of a long run there. But Jamie Hayter, very, 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 very over with the crowd right now. Very, very over with fans. I think it was the right time to pull the trigger on that. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what comes for her, because she's a phenomenal talent, and the matches she's going to have. I'm excited.
It's going to be a good time had by all. 9 pitches for Survivor Series on your YouTube channel right now. Also predictions later on with you and Adam.
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
And live reactions to Survivor Series this
Yeah,
weekend.
looking forward to it.
More wrestling news throughout the day as well at cultaholic.com. Sorry. I think we both need...
Blartsock.
I think we both need new badges today.
I think we do.
Keys.
Love you, bye.
Egg.
Egg.